I got sunshine on a cloudy day.
Guys, my name is Christelle. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, whatever you may be in the world. I'm here today to talk about relationship, marriage, and self love. So, before I dive into the issues, um, I want to present myself. So, I'm a young mom and a wife, and I've created recently this page called Kiki Talks on both Instagram and Facebook. So, if you are a quote lover, you will probably go with my Instagram page, which is a daily positive and uplifting quote, an uplifting page where I post all my quotes for people that love quotes. And also, if you love instant Facebook, Facebook is more a platform where you can talk, express yourself. I also do post quotes over there, but is more of a place where you can express yourself. So please, if you can like those two pages, that would be really, really appreciated. Now let's start. The reason why I've decided to create this channel and those pages is because I've been through a lot lately, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And I've been a lot pretty much all my childhood until now, and I'm still little, but I've been through a lot. So I wanted to be a listening ear to people because I've noticed that a lot of people are sad, but in a good way. A lot of people don't know where to go to. Sometimes you want to talk to somebody, you can't go to your sister because she might have something to say about your relationship, about yourself. You can't go to a friend because a friend again might even not be sincere or might even be laughing at you. You can't go to your mom, but then again, family will always have something to say. So to who you go to? A lot of people say to me, "Oh, you need to go to a therapist. If you don't want to talk, you need to go to a therapist." I don't want to go to a therapist because probably a therapist will not have experience what I've experienced first of all, and a therapist I feel like just wants money. That's it. I have to be honest. The therapist just wants money. And I think the best healing you can give to yourself, if you are listening to me right now, if you are going through issues, the best healing you can give to yourself is within. Start working within. So now let's dive into the issues that I've highlighted on my title. Love, self-love, marriage. Before you walk into any type of commitment, please make sure you love yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Self-love is so powerful because I'm not talking about the self-love that everyone is bribing around on social media, which is in a little bit of a selfish way. No. Self-love is health, being healthy, is having healthy and positive attitude, is dealing with what's going on within. We all have issues from childhood, teenagehood, even now, but we never deal with them. We have buried them and left them underneath. You have to deal with your issues because once you will deal with your issues, trust me, and I'm telling you, you will start making wiser decisions for yourself. There are so many decisions right now where you are at right now. Like I know myself. I question myself and I say, why did I do that in the past? Why did I do what why did I make that decision? And that was all based on how I felt in that moment. It was all based on how unhealthy I was. So work on yourself, which is very important. Don't walk into a relationship if you haven't dealt with your issue. I'll make an example. If a girl has daddy issues, right, and she's been through a lot in her childhood. I would even say during her teenagehood, she will have problem with commitments. How would that girl be the girl that we want to then give 110% to another person or to another man, knowing that another man, the most important man in her life, failed her. She would not be able to. So, in order for her to achieve that, she needs to be able to deal with the issues within. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. Please deal with the issues within. Don't look outside. Outside, it will not help you. It will only confuse you or delay. But deal with the issues within. The next stepping stone, God. I will never, ever, ever praise God the way I will praise him now. God is amazing. He has done amazing things in my life. And I will testify and I will tell you what he has done in my life. Guys, I don't care about religion. I don't care about politics, whatever it is, because that's not what my page is. My page is full of love. But let me tell you this, God is amazing. God is powerful. And I'm sure even you that you are listening to me, you know within yourself that there has been those times where you felt you were going to drop, but you felt like somebody or something pulled you and rescued you. This is the power of God. Put God in your relationship. Put God in your marriage. Look at your marriage as a triangle where God is first, your husband, and your wife. Do not walk into a relationship thinking, oh, just love is enough. No. God. God. Your marriage is a trinity. A trinity, I repeat. So make sure you pray and make sure God is at the first and the foundation of your marriage. Okay? Now, next stepping stone is acceptance. I've heard so many times and I've done that. You know, I want a husband that is listening, that is passionate, that loves me and gives me everything I want. And as soon as my husband did something wrong, boom, I had an issue. I start saying, oh, this is not what I wanted. This is not the man I wanted to. I start having regrets. And that is wrong. That's the enemy right there. Enemy conditioning you. It wants you to pull away. Don't do that. Love that person unconditionally. Love your partner unconditionally. The best way you can love that person, whether it's your wife or your husband, love them unconditionally. Do not expect anything from them. When you walk in a relationship expecting something from somebody, you are setting your relationship for fail from the get-go. I will make you an example with what I've said before about the woman with the girl with daddy issues. She will set her relationship to be higher. And every time, it will go up and up and up. How can her husband or a partner ever reach that, that expectation that she set so high? It will never happen. There is so much people can do for us. Do you understand me? There is so much your partner or your wife can do for you. You have to be able to accept and love that person unconditionally. Don't expect somebody else to come into the relationship and solve your issues for you. And we are going back to what I said before, self-love. Do you understand that it all correlates to each other? So you have to make sure that when you walk into your relationship, you have to accept fully that person for who that person is. Now, I'm not saying that if you have a drug addict or a man that beats you, you're supposed to accept that. No. That's not healthy. But if you have a person that is bubbly, a person that loves to stay at home and not go indoor and go outdoors, this is who that person is. Do not try and change them. Trying to change somebody is damaging your relationship twice. You can never, and let me tell you this, you can never change a man. Never, never, never. You can never change a human being. A lot of the time, women walk in a relationship saying, I will change him with me, he will be better. And I've done that. I'm young. We've met each other, we're like babies. And I feel like over every young girl, I'll change him, I make it be. No, you will not change him. You will not change her either. The person that can change your wife or your partner or your husband is God or themselves. The minute they don't do that, you are wasting your time. It's either you accept them the way they are, or you just walk out of the relationship. You make the choice. Okay? The next step is forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for your past. Forgive yourself from your past mistakes. Don't hold on to your past mistakes because you are killing yourself. Forgive yourself and forgive others so God can forgive you. Forgiveness is letting go. Stop holding into things. Holding into things doesn't help. Forgive yourself. Please, please, please forgive yourself. Don't hold into things. Do not do that. You are killing yourself. Do not hold into things. Just forgive yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself and let go. Let go. Bitterness has never done a favor to anybody. Because guess what? When you are bitter at a friend or bitter at your partner or at anybody in your family, for example, they are living their life. They are going on the daily routine. But you are miserable. You are there, holding into things, holding, and you are just feeding that bad feeling you have within yourself. And there comes the enemy dancing, because this is what he loves, and start playing with your emotions and start playing with your feelings, and welcome jealousy and welcome revenge and welcome what's not what's yes. So be careful. Be careful, okay? Just let go of bitterness. It doesn't help. Somebody does to you something, even if it's your best friend, if it's your best mom, whatever that person is, whoever that person is, I would say, sorry, forgive them. I had to forgive certain things that, guys, only God knows. That's all I have to say. But forgive and forget. Okay? Forgive and let go. Probably I wouldn't say forget, because we have a conscience, we have a brain, and our brain, doesn't delete things. So I would say forgive and let go, and let God deal with it himself. Okay? Don't carry extra burden to what you already have. Don't do that. The next stepping stone, guys, is communication. I know a lot of time people say, yes, I do communicate. Yes, I do communicate. Do you? I don't know, because I didn't. Okay, so communication isn't, hi honey, how are you? How was your day? Did you have fun today? What did you eat? Okay, see you later. I love you. Bye. This is talking. Communication to me involves 3 steps: talking, listening, acting. When you talk to somebody, you expect them to listen to you and then put into practice what you have said to them. If your partner is talking to you and all you are doing is just wrapping up this ear and closing, you are not helping anybody. And how many times we have done that? I've done that so many times. I know I've done that. And I'll say, yes, 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 I'm listening. Okay, sweetheart, don't worry about it. But I'm not listening. He's just talking and I'm just not listening. So you need to listen effectively to what somebody says, because then it is telling that person that you appreciate them, that they are loved, okay, and they are listened to, and that is very important. Imagine talking to somebody and then all they do is just say yes, 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 and then they just never actually put into action what you're saying. You feel stressed out. You feel like you're not being loved, you're being accepted, and one day you get fed up, and then that's it. You just let go, and that's not good. Another thing that I will say is third parties. I'm going to refer to girls. Girls, women, mothers, stop. I was one of those, because we are usually tempted easily. We have a problem, we run to the girl. We have a problem, we run to the mom. We have a problem, we run to a sister or to a cousin. Don't do that. Stop. I've done that, and it's damaging like, to say the least, it's just damaging. Don't do that. When you have a problem, talk to God. Don't talk to your mom, your sister. Don't do that. Talk to God. If it's a situation that is endangering your life or put in danger the life of your loved ones, reach out to local community or enforcement law. But don't go, if it's not, obviously, don't go to your mom and your dad and whoever else. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying your mom is bad or your sister is bad. Absolutely not. They are lovely people, but they love you. Okay, they love you. Your mom, honestly, if you go to your mom and tell her something, she would never, even if she loves your husband or your partner, she would never ever trade him or her for you. For him, she will never trade you for him. It will never happen. So please don't tell. And because you're causing more damage, imagine after all the issue is solved, how awkward would it be for your partner or your husband to be around your family again? You need to be careful. And friends, I'll say to me, if there is the worst people you can ever tell your stuff, friends. And a lot of people will probably go back to me and say hurtful things like, what you're saying is complete BS. It's not true. There are real friends out there. I will tell you something, and I'm not just gonna dive in too much into it. Just 2 cents of mine. To find a good friend and a true friend on this world nowadays is rare like a shooting star, because friends nowadays do not exist. It's not like they do not exist, but it's rare like a shooting star, like I say, because like the Bible say, who he's found a friend, found a treasure for life. And I feel like we're human. If you constantly go to your girls and telling things, personal things about your marriage and your man, there is a likelihood your friend will know too much, way too much about yourself and your husband, and that can cause friction, and that can cause jealousy, and that can then open door to other problems that you do not want. So keep your friends outside your home. That's what I will say. Another thing is, another stone is babies, kids. I've heard men, women, my friends close as well, saying to me, ever since I gave birth, I personally don't have time anymore to give to my husband, because baby took over. I know, because I'm a mom. It's hard. It's hard to coincide marriage and children and motherhood and all that. It's hard because I've been there, and especially I was alone. I didn't have help, so I went through a lot, to say the least. But what I want to say to you is this: like I said to you about third parties, your children are kind of that as well. You love them, but they're a third party, because when you made that vow, you made it between the both. It was between the both of you. Okay, it wasn't between you, your kids, your mother. No, it was between the both of you. Having your kid replacing your husband is harmful for your relationship. That doesn't mean that you have to let go of your child or don't take care of your child. Absolutely not. It just means that there is time for everything. There is a time to take care of child and to give your full attention to your child, and there's also a time to take care of your husband and give your full attention to your husband. Don't mix and match everything, because then one person will feel neglected, and that's not good. That's not what you want. When your husband married you, or your wife married you, it was for the both of you to be in a partnership and a team. It wasn't for him or her to feel set aside. You have to come together and be a family. That's the best thing I can say to you. So manage your time effectively. Sit down, talk together, and manage your time effectively. That's what I can say. Another stepping stone I would say is patience. Endurance is such a virtue, okay? And I feel like I'm not the most patient person in my whole life. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm learning. I'm learning. Because who is patient is a wise man. Patience always pays off. Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't expect your relationship, your marriage to just blossom. And please, let me tell you this as well. Stop that social media thing about marriage goals or couple goals. Is BS. Okay, don't listen to that, because there is not a perfect couple. I can tell you this. I'm a young mom and wife. There is not a perfect couple. I grew up around Disney watching Rapunzel, and I thought, that's what marriage is all about. Nah. There is not a perfect couple. There's not such a thing as that. You might see people outside that look perfect, but they aren't perfect. Okay, no one is perfect. Nobody is, and you have to work for things. It's like an empty house. Look at your marriage as an empty house. When you purchase an empty house, or when you rent, you walk into your rented home or flat, it's empty. So you need to embellish it and decorate it just the way you like it and tailor-made it to your taste. That's what marriage is like. So when you walk into it, it's empty, but you have to fill it up with a lot of things, okay, which is basically what I'm telling you right now, and love, of course, to make it a home. Now, people are some might look at it and say, oh, your life is blessed, you have everything. I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. A lot of things that if I say to people, they would just open their mouth and they say, wow. But this is what a lot of people don't say. And I'm here to tell you the truth. Marriage is not easy. Relationships are not easy. Even a relationship with your mother isn't easy. So if your relationship with your mom isn't easy, or the one with your sister isn't easy, imagine the relationship with the person that you have committed to stay with a long lifetime. Hard. Don't let yourself be sold by the dream or whatever everyone wants to portray nowadays. Couple goals, nah, it's not that. It's hard. Let me tell you the truth, it's hard. Work on it. So patience is important. So another stepping stone I would say is compromise. You have to learn how to compromise between each other, because people are not perfect, like I say, and everyone has what they like, what they don't like. Now I'm gonna take you a very small example. My husband doesn't love me wearing trainers because I love my trainers. I'm young, I love my trainers. So, but my husband doesn't love them. So he usually say to me, look, I know you love your trainers, sweetie, but I don't really particularly like your trainers, you wearing trainers. So what I did was, okay, sweetie, I understand you. Let's compromise. So since sometimes I have to go and do shopping and we'll go to the grocery store, um, it's comfortable for me to wear trainers as opposed to flat. I don't like flat because I'm small, I'm tiny, so it would just make me look like a little, little short little girl even more. So I prefer wearing my trainers because sometimes it gives me a little bit high and it's comfortable. So I said to him, when I go to the grocery store, I wear them. I go out and about just like that, I wear them. But if I was to go out with you, I will not wear them. Okay, go out with you maybe to a dinner or somewhere else, I will not wear them. Or sometimes what I do with them depend by the weeks. Sometimes when we go out, I say, honey, is it okay for me to wear trainers? Or he can say yes or he can say no. Now it's not a way of him controlling me, it's just a way of me letting him feel appreciated. Okay, I am compromising it because I do that to him as well. Sometimes he doesn't like doing certain things, but to make me feel appreciated and listened to, he does them. Okay, it is a little bit of a give and take, so you have to learn how to do that. Just don't be the one wanting to receive, and that opens another stepping point. Don't always be the one that wants to receive. Learn how to give. It's not only the relationship is not, give me, give me, give me. No, it's a give and take thing. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a partnership or marriage, listen, you have to learn how to give. Stop wanting to receive all the time. You have to learn how to give. Giving is nicer. I love to give. Like now I'm doing this because I want to give to you. I'm not getting paid. I don't care about that. I want to help people. I want to give, and it feels lovely and it feels nice. So you have to learn how to give to people. Learn how to give to your partner. Don't always be like I want, I, because that's what we grew up in a society where it's all I. No, learn how to give as well because it's good. Another stepping point is pray together, stay together, do things together. I know again that there's lots of magazines that say certain things like, oh, your partner needs space, your wife needs space. BS, big BS. I don't care. I know people might probably again say something mean to me, and that's fine. But I will just tell you based on my personal experience. The minute you leave your partner or your wife having their own space, it becomes like an habit. And they will probably get bored because you don't know what the person feels. You might feel like they need space, but they might not need space. So I feel like this is a thing where you have to observe what your relationship and the person that you are with is like. There are times where they want to be left alone. Like for example, boys when they watch football, oh no, you can't stop them. So that's the moment where you can be like, okay, leave them. But not always. Sometimes they need an interaction from you. Sometimes they want you to be around, because when you leave them too much, you give them too much space. Or when you give your wife too much time, you give them too much space. There's been time when my husband has given me too much time, and because I had too much time, I started doing certain other things, and that is just a distraction. So be very careful with that one. Be very careful how you handle it. So I would say that it's tailor-made to everyone's situation and the way the partner is. So be very careful. Which also open another stepping stone to another point, which is like I was saying before, do things together. So learn how to do things together. Okay. When I feel like when people are boyfriend girlfriend, they do most of things together, and then when they get married, it becomes a bit less and less. Do things together. I feel like your best friend has to be your mom, your husband or your wife. Don't follow what people say. Oh, you have a bestie, I don't believe in that. I don't have best friends. I don't have best friends personally because I'm not 2 years old anymore. I don't need a best friend. I don't need somebody I have to go and talk to and tell all my business. Just I don't have. I just don't need it. I stopped having best friends since I was 15, so I don't have a best friend anymore. So I feel like your best friend has to be your husband or your wife. That's the person you're supposed to tell everything, because they are your dying right. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. That's your best friend right there. Don't create other people to be your best friend, because those people will never be your best friend the way your wife and your husband will be. Just have that in your mind, because sometimes I feel like, I've got, I know people that have besties, and they say, my husband is my husband, my best friend, my best friend. But then the way I look at it is, what's the difference between your best friend and your husband? To me, the best friend is your husband or your wife. It just doesn't make sense to me. But then again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But that's what I think, and that's what I believe, and that's what I'm telling you. And the another step is compliment. So appreciate and compliment your partner, not only physically, but a root for them. Okay, I feel like that's another thing that a lot of people don't do. You have a person there and it's okay, you just watch them. That person wants to grow, that person wants to shine, unlock the potential in them, spot it if you can, root for them, support them in what they're doing. Don't put them down and then let them down. Be them to root for them, because again, you are in a friendship, you are in a partnership, you are in a team. So root for each other, appreciate each other. I know men that horrible are doing that because they don't support their wife 110%. If a wife wants to do something, they don't support them, and that's not good, because they just think about themselves. They're just so self-absorbed and focused about their own growth, and they're all making money and whatever they are doing. No, you need to support your wife. Even if your wife is a stay-at-home mom, she's worth it, and she's a person. Whatever she does is so empowering. She can be a woman, she can be a stay-at-home mom, but she can have a skill. For example, she can be a good cake maker. Why can she not empower her and encourage her to become a baker? Why would you not do that? I feel like sometimes men are really notorious on doing that, because we women are very good at pushing our men, but they are not as so good at pushing us. So if you are men listening to me, push and speed, sorry, spot the the potential of your partner and let them shine. Help them to shine, okay? Because happy partners make a happy home. You don't want to have a wife that is sad. You want to have a wife that is happy. So make sure it's very important. Appreciation as well. I will touch another point within appreciation, which is um, respect. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it that way. Respect in a sense that, for example, of course, it's okay to respect people, but I will touch it. I don't know how I can put it, but I will try and say it. I don't know if it will make sense. Sometimes we talked about compliments. Women or men neglect themselves. That's wrong. Take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, is a form of respect towards your partner. I come from um, a country called Cameroon. Though I haven't, you know, I didn't grow up there. I can say that from what my parents told me, and for what I would serve anyway, they tend to Cameroonian people tend to look at men through the eyes of their wives. So, in other words, they don't look at the man. When they see you on the street, they don't look at you as a man, but they look at your wife. And the way your wife is, and the way your wife will appear, or your children, will then give a man an image of you as a man. So, if your wife is badly dressed, or your wife is not looking her best, or she's in a certain way, they will automatically assume that you are a rubbish man, or you are just as much as your wife. So, in other words, is appearances is very important, and is a respectful thing towards your partner. I know, I've heard, I don't know, but I've heard of people that have men that don't shave anymore, that have body odors and other stuff like that, because they don't want to take care of themselves. Maybe they are going through a thing. So if you have a partner that is going through things like that, help them, okay? Don't bash them, because I don't like people that bash people. We are all human. This is something normal. If your husband or your wife has a body odor, and You know, everyone has body odors. So just help them, you know, help them, root for them. But, you know, I would say also to that other, you know, part, like other person, try your best to, you know, keep up with yourself so you can respect the partner you are with. It's very important. Because sometimes, you know, you have some men or some women that might feel disrespected with regards to that, because we're all different. So try and do your best. Um, what else can I talk about? I think I've touched on basically all the tools that you need. Now, there may be some other tools that I could have touched in within this video, but I didn't want to make it too long. So what I would say is, at the end of the day, pardon, marriage is a blessing. Whether you're married or partnership, to me, as soon as you're in partnership, is you are good and be seen as a married couple anyway. So it's a blessing. Okay. Whatever issue you have going on, work through it. Don't let the enemy come and destroy, because that's what the enemy does. Don't listen to people outside. If you love your person and you know, trust me, God will support you in whatever you are doing. You know, men, love your wife. Love your wife like God said, Jesus said. Love your wife like I love the church. And women, love your husband like I have loved my father. If Jesus wouldn't respect his father and be submissive to his father, I don't know where we humanity would have been today. So when I know a lot of women have this problem with submission, right? When they hear it, it just triggers something in their head. And it used to do that to me. A few months ago, oh my days, you couldn't talk to me about submission because I would just go off on you, because it's like I'm not a doormat. I'm not doing that. But you need to understand something. Submission is not being a doormat. Absolutely no. Submission, simply the way I interpret it in the Bible, just means to listen. Be obedient to your husband. Sometimes our men want us to listen to them, and we don't listen to them. We want to fight with them. Stop fighting with your husband. It is not your enemy. Stop fighting with him. He is your friend. You are in the same team. If you start fighting with him, that's when the problem is. It is not your enemy. It's in your team. So when your husband tells you something, you need to listen to him. Of course, within boundaries. So it shouldn't be something that endangers you or your family, but you need to listen, because he is the leader. Whether you want to admit it or not, or you want to listen to it or not, I would say a man is a leader and is a born leader. We as women can never do jobs that men can do, full stop. And I've seen it and I witnesses, because I've seen my parents, okay? There are certain things my mom, even though she's a strong woman and bless her, she would never do certain things that my dad can do. I can tell you this, because a man is like a shield, okay? A man, like they say in Africa, is like a shield. When he has his family, everything is like it protects you, it covers you, and the whole rain comes and drop on his back. He's the one that gets everything. So you as a woman needs to be underneath him, but not in a way that you are not equal to him, but in a way that he needs to protect you. You are his baby. So be obedient to your husband. It's very important, because men, when they have a woman that listens to them and let them be men, they unlock their full potential. If you're carrying on listening to these people, what they say, or reading magazine, you are just setting yourself for doom. And I used to do that, and you are not going anywhere with that one, because God created us in a different way. The way a man is wired is not the same way a woman is wired. Absolutely. And you, even though you are strong, because you're a strong woman, and I know there's loads of mom out there, and I understand them, they're single mom, and I appreciate them, and I send them loads of love from here. I'm not trying to diminish your work, because you are amazing. I have a problem with your husbands, but what I'm trying to say to you is, don't feel like this video is trying to attack you. But I'm just doing this video for the purpose and the sake of what I said about marriages. A man in the life of his kids and wife is very extremely important. Don't let people destroy it. Okay? Carry your husband is like a shield. I'm telling you this, I've witnessed it. Your husband's like a shield. When you see families where there's not a partner, like a male figure, you can imagine what it happens there. It doesn't mean that those women are not doing a good job, but I'm pretty sure those women know themselves that it would have been better to have a man in there. So respect your husbands and be obedient. And you men, stop disrespecting your wives. Stop being disrespectful. So many men sometimes they compare their wives with, those android women, I'll call them, all those media women. Don't do that. Don't do that, because an android woman is not the same as your wife. Your wife is there for you. She has been there for you. Stop being ungrateful. Many men are ungrateful. You push them, you support them, you do everything for them, and they will just be there and dump you and go. Stop doing that. Stop the bitterness. At the end of the day, you are not doing that to your wife, you are doing that to your kids. And that's the thing that saddened me, because a lot of them think, oh, I'm doing that to her. No, you are doing that to your kid, and you're doing that to yourself, because karma is bad. Remember, God doesn't sleep. You're going to leave your wife now, and you're going to go with another woman, and guess what? It will never be good. It will never be good. Even if you sit here and say to me that it's good, you are lying to yourself, and you know you are. So I don't know the circumstance and the situation of everyone, and everyone's situation is different, but please, please, please be and love your wife. If you are going through a rough patch with your wife, or probably your wife is not the woman that used to be, probably she put on weight, probably this and that. I've got something a pastor once told me when I was going through a lot of problems. He told me something I will never forget. He said to me, you know what, sweetie, you can make your partner be and do whatever you want. In other words, what he was trying to say to me is this: your husband can be fat, your wife can be fat, but there's nothing that can make a change on that. You can tell your wife, please, honey, let's go and have a run. I'm going to come with you, and let's go make it and do gym together. You want your wife to have long nails. Let's go. I booked you. A time or place for the massage, or to this place where you can go and chill yourself and get massage and receive some manicure and pedicure. That's a way to address issues. Or you can sit down with your partner and talk to them, and say to them in a kind way and respectful way, and they will understand. But stop leaving your wife because they are not the one you met before, or because they have had children, they've changed. No, having a child, you are not a woman, so you will never understand. Having a child is hard. Okay, it's hard, and you need to have the support of a community. What you men don't understand is that nowadays, where we are now, we don't have that support. Back in Africa, or in Cameroon, where I come from, when a woman gives birth, you have an array of people, like literally, they're like the whole full team, football team, ready for them to help her in everything she needs. But here, who's going to help you? I had to deal with my kids on my own, and it was hard. Sufferings, injuries. There were days where I felt depressed. I even touched depression. But you as men need to learn how to lean and respect your wives for who they are. Stop disrespecting them in front of your family. Stop disrespecting them in front of your friend because you want to look cool. No. Start acting like men. Start acting like men. Some men look like women. A woman says something to them, they play back. Don't do that. It's just not healthy. It doesn't help. Okay, so I've given you tools, guys, and I hope that it really genuinely helps somebody out there. Obviously, I did touch only a little bit on this video, right? I don't want to make it a bit long because it's dragging now. It's getting long. I did say to myself I was going to go through, deep on a point, and now I'm dragging it. So I'm going to leave it as that. If you want me to go in depth on something specific, please respond, comment down below, and I will do that. I'll try my best to upload a video once a week, but that will also depend on engagement I get, because if I don't get a lot of engagement, it will be really hard for me to keep on going, like making videos. Like I say, this page is not a page to collect like. I want to help people generally, but I also need engagement from people, and I want to know people really seriously want help. If you want to talk about something private, please send me an email, a message on my Facebook page. I don't know if here you can send an email. I'm not sure. If you can't here, go ahead. Otherwise, you've got my Facebook page, which is Akiki Talks, and send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up, And like my page on Akiki Talk on Facebook and Akiki Talks on Instagram. And I shall see you soon. Please, guys, last thing, forgive me for where I'm looking at because I'm not used to this, and probably for the audio, I don't know problem you may encounter on my video. Um, Forgive me for that. So have a blessed day, and I wish you all a happy Saturday because today is Saturday. Stay blessed, and no matter what issue you're going through in your family, have a smile because that no one should ever take away that from you. Your smile is the best dress you can ever wear